Good morning and welcome to, what are we on? Day 6. Day 6 of Morning Mindful Flow with me, Stephanie Kraft. Today's movement is going to be a little bit more gentle. Yesterday was a little bit more fiery. Today will be more about grounding. We'll do some hip openers and we'll be on the floor most of the time. So let's get started. We're just going to start right here in a seated position. You don't need anything besides your mat and yourself. So just close your eyes. We'll get settled into our bodies. We'll start our practice. And just grow nice and tall, shoulders back and down. And just start connecting in with your breath. And just being aware of the sensations in your body right now, of your belly rising and falling, of your chest rising, maybe of your ribs expanding. And just notice if there's any tension at all in your breath or tension in your body overall. And just work on clearing your mind if there's any thoughts flowing through it. And just be as present as we can for this 20 minutes. Just taking this time for ourselves to move our bodies and to just wake ourselves up, give us energy. Let's start changing your breathing pattern if you haven't already into Ujjayi breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, restricting the back of your throat. And we'll take just a few more here. It's important for me anyways, I feel like to just start our practice and grounding, just becoming present before we start moving our bodies. We'll take one more breath. Nice big one. Open your eyes. Let's go ahead and start moving through our spine. We're going to start right in with thoracic circles. So just moving through the spine, pressing the chest forward, exhaling, rounding back. Good, just letting the body flow, letting the spine go. Let's go 2. And 1. Let's go the other direction. Nice big inhale. Exhale as we round. Allowing the shoulders to move and the hips to move. Let's go 2. And 1. Find your way through center. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, we're going to bring your hands down towards your shoulders and let's take some nice deep shoulder rolls. Kind of work on that mobility of your shoulders. Nice big rolls. They might be a little crunchy first thing if you're doing this in the morning time. And then big circles back. Let's go 2. And 1. Lovely. Let's bring in those hands down. Let's bring one arm up and over to your left. Maybe look to the sky if it feels good, or to the ground if that feels better. Take another breath. Inhale the arm. Exhale, twist, or a side fold, that is. Look to the sky. Settle in. Inhale the arms, both to the sky. Let's twist to your left. Look behind you. Grow nice and tall, shoulders back and down. And inhale the arms. Exhale, twist, look behind, lengthen. Beautiful. Let's bring it back through center. Let's just take some neck rolls while we're at it. So bringing the neck down, looking to the sky. And we'll just move through that neck. Keep those shoulders down. And yes, following with the breath. Neck back to neutral. We're going to bring those feet out in front of you, so aligned with your mat, tush out from underneath you. Let's bring the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold. Grab your toes or your ankles. Feel free to bend the knees if this is too much for you. A little activity into the quads, lengthening through the backs of the thighs, forward folds. Maybe kind of give your seat a little wiggle here, releasing through the spine. Take just a moment, a couple breaths. Try to ease into the back. Beautiful. Roll your spine on up, bend your knees or bring your hips forward. We're going to bring your hands behind the backs of the thighs and just round through your spine. We're going to curve and then lift up nice and high. Exhale and inhale. And exhale and inhale. This next time, let's roll ourselves all the way down towards the earth, one vertebra at a time. Reach your arms up overhead for just a moment. And we're going to roll ourselves back up. Feel free to grab the backs of your thighs, or if you can do it with your core, that's great. So let's just move through our spine. Nice and gentle, one vertebra at a time. Good, keeping your ribs down, just rolling up, rolling down. Like I said, feel free to grab the backs of the thighs if that's too much. Good. Arms reach for just a moment. Lengthen those legs out. Give yourself a nice big awakening stretch. And then sweep the arms down by your sides. Bring the heels in. Let's come into a bridge. Heels nice and close to your seat. Hands on the earth. We're going to start tucking our pelvis under, rolling the spine up one vertebra at a time. Just giving our back a massage here. And then rolling your spine down one vertebra at a time. Like a strand of pearls, gently laying your spine down and tucking your pelvis. Tuck it back under, rolling the spine on up. And ever so gently being very mindful with the spine as we start to bring some life and energy into it. Go ahead and roll it on up. Let's hold here. Let's take our bridge with a bind if that feels good. Rolling those shoulders underneath. Lift those hips nice and high. Toes and knees are forward, looking towards the sky. Finding this nice little extension. And maybe just close your eyes here if you like, or keep them open, either or. Just feeling that nice stretch. We'll take one more breath. Good. And then unbinding your arms, rolling your spine down. Hug your knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze. Lovely. We're going to go ahead and take a figure four stretch. So left foot down, right leg crosses over, knee presses down. Reach on through. You can grab the back of your thigh, or if you can grab your shin, go for it. Make sure those shoulders are pressed against the floor as much as you can. And just flexing into that right ankle. And you're welcome to kind of spin out the left one if you like here. Good. And really trying to press the right knee away, getting that outer hip stretch. You might rock it out a little bit if that feels good. And we'll take just a couple more breaths. Good. One more pull, maybe a little bit deeper. And then bring that foot to the floor. We're just going to cross this ankle over a little bit more. Pull the knee down towards the ground and look in the other direction. So for a little bound twist here, looking to the left side, knees to the right side. So that weight of that leg is pulling down on that left leg. Get a little stretch in the outer hip. Take just another moment here. Bring it back up through center. Let's keep the bind. Let's bind a little bit more even and grab a hold of your ankles. Give them a flex and pull inward. So now we're in like a crossed position, or knee on top of knee. Good. And then we can play with pointing and flexing, or just pulling in for just a quick transition. Lovely. And then go ahead, foot down, unbind. Let's cross the left over the right. Press that left knee down. Pull on through. Grab your shin or the back of your thigh. Flex into the left ankle and feel free to circle through the right. Just feeling the outer hip. Maybe wiggle it out a little bit. It just depends. Sometimes a little movement feels good, and poses as we start to awaken the body and warm things up. Good. Just one more breath. And then that foot down, that leg is going to cross over just a little bit, bringing those hips down towards that left side, looking in the right direction. Getting that nice rotation. Just take a couple more breaths. And then bringing it back up through center. Really binding those legs, grabbing a hold of both ankles, pulling inwards, and maybe pointing and flexing through the ankles. Giving them a little wiggle, pull a little bit tighter. And then we're going to unbind those legs, both legs to the sky, grab the backs of your thighs, and let's just point and flex into our feet. Give our feet a little love. Good. Flex toes, balls, arches, heels. Heels, arches, balls, toes. So be deliberate with the movements. Pointing and flexing. Good, a little hamstring stretch while we're at it. And then we're just going to pronate and supinate. So out and in, so from side to side. Good, in circles, nice big circles. And the other direction. Lovely. While we're up here, we're going to pull our knees in towards our armpits. Bring the arms on the insides of the legs. Grab the base of the feet for happy baby. Lengthen through the spine the best you can. Maybe rock your baby out. Maybe find stillness if that feels good to you. Really allowing those legs to open. Trying not to bring the heels so close to the seat. Trying to pull them away. So we get that extra hip opener here. Take just a couple more breaths. Lovely. Bring both knees into the chest. Let's grab a hold of your knees and give them a swirl. Good. Waken up those hips. And we'll go the other direction. For 2. And 1, grab the backs of your thighs. We're going to rock and roll. Let's massage our spine here. Maybe 3 times or so, maybe 4, whatever feels good. One more time. We're going to flip all the way forward onto all fours. So not kiss the wall here. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath those hips. Drop the belly, lift the heart. And exhale around. So just being mindful with the movement of your spine. Rounding and dropping. Go at your own pace. Good. Making sure we're really pulling that spine up towards the sky into that cat. And really lifting the hips up, dropping the belly down. Good. 2 more this way. And now let's take it into barrel rolls. So rolling through the spine, we're going to make I can't speak, make nice big circles with the spine. Let's go for 3, for 2, and 1. Other way, nice big circles. Feel free to get those shoulders involved and the hips. Let's go 2, and probably a few more than that. Let's go 3. For 2 and 1. Lovely. Find neutral position. We're going to lengthen the left leg out and the right hand forward. So lengthen through the spine for just a moment. Hand on the floor, toes on the floor. We're going to lift it on up and set it back down. So just activating into our core, pulling the belly in. Good. Let's start awakening our shoulders and our belly for 3. For 2 and 1. Hold it here. We're going to pull in and reach long. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, crunching in, reaching long, exhale, inhale, holds, and set it down, knee down. Good. Let's go the other side, right into it. Right hand, right leg, or left hand, right leg. Let's lift up and down just a few times, just activating into that posterior chain, strong into the core. Let's go 2. And 1 holds. We pull in. Reach out. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Reach for 2. And 1 hand down, knee down. We're going to tuck those toes, reach those hands slightly forward. Press your hips back, down dog. Lengthening through your spine. Let's go ahead and pedal out those legs. Finding some movement in the shoulders and the hips. Good. And we're just going to lift both heels and then lower both heels, kind of like a little calf raise. Lovely. And then settle the heels down. Maybe just sway the hips side to side. And then lift your right leg nice and high. We're going to bring that foot to the outside of the right hand and set the back knee down. So lengthen them up. Press those hips down for like a lizard lunge here. So you're welcome to stay right here and just work into those hips. If you have that flexibility and that you'd like to bring your forearms down, feel free to do that. So just settling in, maybe find a little movement in here. We won't stay here for too long. Good. Just waking up those hips. Maybe find some stillness. Take just a couple more breaths. Maybe untuck the back toe, let it relax a little bit. And try to relax the shoulders. Then we'll bring our hands back to the earth. Press into that right leg, press it away, get a nice little twist. And just take a breath. Good, and then come back to your center. Let's walk that right foot over to the left side into pigeon stretch here. So I like to tuck my back toes back under and then walk them back and let the hips settle down. And then lengthen up again. Now, if this absolutely doesn't work for you, feel free to come back onto your back and come into all four, a figure 4. And then lengthening through the spine, we're going to work our way down either to the forearms. You're welcome to reach your arms nice and long or make a pillow. And just settle into those hips. So just for a few breaths, it won't be a super long hold. And warming and waking the hips up. And just feeling your belly rise and fall, settling into that position. We'll gently work our hands back up, lengthen through the spine, tuck the back toes, work your way out of this. Plant your hands. We're going to just step right back into down dog. Let's just pedal out those legs for just a moment. We'll go right into the other side. Left leg lifts, step that foot to the outside. Plant that back knee down, untuck the toes. Here we are into our nice deep lunge. This knee is out a bit, the toes forward. Lengthen. Feel free to come onto those forearms if that felt good on the other side. I like to bring a little movement, maybe rock into those hips. Breathe. You can always be higher, it can be a less range of motion. Good, just breathe. And we'll come back to the hands. Press that knee open, look to the sky. A nice little rotation. Lovely. Come through center. We're going to heel toe that foot over for a quick pigeon. Bringing that knee down. I like to tuck my back toes, walk it back, 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 lengthen through the spine, and then settle in, down into the position. So whether it's on your forearms, whether you're still on your hands, perfectly fine. Maybe you find a pillow with the arms. Coming all the way down to your belly. One side might be a little bit more intense than the other side, so just being mindful of that as well. And take some nice deep breaths. Just a few here. Next breath brings you back up. Just a quick pigeon. Lengthen through the spine and tuck the back toe. Pull the back knee in. Downward facing dog. Let's kind of give our hips a little wiggle. Paddle it out. And then go ahead and then lift your heels nice and high. Bend your knees. Look forward. Step forward. Let's take a forward fold and just sway the spine. Feel free to grab your elbows or let your hands hang heavy here. And then find your way to center. Shift forward and backwards a couple times. Good, and then gently roll your spine up one vertebra at a time. We're going to finish off with a little bit of balance work. So I'm going to face you here. And go ahead and grab I'll mirror you here. So grab your left leg. You can take it from the inside or the outside, is up to you. I'm going to take mine from the inside for dancer's pose. You're welcome just to stay right here. Just work on a quad stretch. Bringing the other arm up towards the sky. And if you would like to press into that hand, we're going to start hinging forward into that nice dancer's position. So I'll stand this way again. Good, hinging, pressing the foot into the hands. Just find a little balance, a little coordination. Breathe. It doesn't have to be big. Looking forward. Gonna take one more breath. And then bringing it down. We're gonna swing that knee up. Grab a hold with the opposite hand. Open your heart in the opposite direction. So you might be twisting a different way. Breathe. Good, come center, hug that knee into your chest, and stand down, lovely. So that same thing with the other leg. Go ahead and grab, it'll be your opposite, so probably your right leg this time. Grab underneath, find whether you're just staying here for your balance, and maybe this is where you're at, is perfectly fine. Tuck that pelvis under, press it forward if you'd like a little bit more. Getting that back bend, a little openness of the hip. Breathe. Fold forward. Good, take one more breath. And then lift it on up. Pull that knee in. Grab a hold. Open up. Try to find that balance. Bring it in, hug your knees. Beautiful. Stand down. Shake out those hips a little bit. They're a little chatty. Good. We'll take a nice big inhale. Exhale, the arms dive down. Then just halfway lift. Let's just flow through our low back real quick. Moving through it, working it out. Let's go 2. Just a wave. And 1. Good. Come to a crouch position. Lift those heels nice and high. Sink them down just a few times. And we'll finish up here. That's 2. And 1. Come to your seat. Let's bring the soles of those feet together. And I face you now. Lengthen through the spine. Open the hips. Fold forward. Let the spine go. Just take a nice deep breath. Feeling those hips open up a bit more here. Nice and equal this time. Good. And then roll yourself on up. Cross the legs in front of you, whichever way is most comfortable. Sit up nice and tall. We'll take a nice big inhale. And exhale, release. We'll do 2 more of those. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Just cultivating that energy for your day. Nice big inhale. Exhale through the center. Thumbs to your sternum. Grow nice and tall. And just breathing all that energy into your body, into your heart. And thank yourself for being here, for practicing. And I thank you all so much for allowing me to guide you. Namaste. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Hopefully that one felt really nice and gentle as it was intended to be. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I would so appreciate it. Thank you so much for supporting me, and most of all, for getting here and moving your body. I'll see you next time.